Hello everyone, it's me again, and I wanted to talk to you about lawsuits. I got served a lawsuit with from Portfolio Recovery Associates to do with a credit card that I allegedly had. So I've never been summoned before. I'm such a good citizen of the United States. And I was terrified. I was like, what does this even mean? So I am so happy that I am living in the age of internet and Google. Oh, I love Google. Okay, so right away I got on Google. And recently, the case was dropped. So I say I won, but I guess I didn't really win because they dropped the case. I will make a website that has a copy of all of my information for those who are also in the same pickle. Naturally, I was able to answer this, but as time progressed, because this has been like a year, as time progressed and I learned more, it was like, well, I should have answered it like this or like that. And so anyways, let me just tell you. So I got summons. Right away I Google, I know I need to answer this thing or I'm in deep caca. Because if you don't answer it in the time frame, they get a default judgment. That means they won, and you don't get a say in court unless you answer it. This is like live blooper videos, because this is my first video. Education is so important, and it boggles my mind how a lot of people don't want to educate themselves and they don't want to educate their children. And when I say education, I'm not talking about just going to public school and getting through the elementary stuff and high school. I'm not even talking about college. I'm talking about something happened. Get on it and learn it and to fight for yourself. I mean, education is knowledge, and don't just sit back and let people take you for granted. Now, this could happen to anyone, and it's happening a lot. And I don't know why. It's like after Obama left, everybody thought, oh, we're going to start suing people, I guess. So I typed out my answer, and then I called some local attorneys, and I visited with some. I'm trying to find all my stuff here. Maybe I should have been better organized. Hang on, there's a kid coming downstairs. Okay. I may stop from time to time and get my thoughts together because this case was, well, stressful. My husband is disabled, and that's all we live on is disability. And prior to that, we did have credit cards. We went to college, and in college we got taught credit and how to get credit cards to build your credit score and all that stuff. So yeah, we had some credit cards, and we did fine paying on them until my husband became disabled. And I was able to complete my college degree, and he was not. But I am a full-time stay-at-home mom, nurse, homeschool my kids, help my husband with lots of things. His disability was fast. It was, he was fine on Friday, couldn't walk on Saturday, started going to the doctors on Sunday. I mean, it was literally, I can't walk the next day. And everywhere we went, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. Guess what? It's all in your head. So we did, just by the good grace that the family that we're in, his mom and dad are blessed with some money. And we were able to go to the Mayo Clinic, where they were able to just pinpoint that his brain is like forgotten how to do things. It just forgot how to walk and forgot how to motor skills. But of course, along this time frame where it's all in your head from doctor to doctor, they're giving him a medication after medication, and all these medications, I mean, you know, everybody with common sense knows that it's just not a good thing. So he came back from the Mayo Clinic, and while he was there, he got approved for disability. And when he came back, he just went cold turkey off the meds, and he did improve with his walking. He does still have some trouble. You know, he may get weak in the knees and fall down sometimes, but he's no longer in a wheelchair, and he's doing really good, thankfully. Like he does not take any medicines. He doesn't even like to take ibuprofen for a headache anymore because of that result. But it did very much impair him mentally with things. He's a slower thinker. Physically, he doesn't have any physical strength that he used to have anymore. It's really sad because he was only 3-4 months away from graduating RN class, and so that's gone. But anyways, that's our income now. It's just straight disability, and defaulted on the credit cards. Of course, those companies just, you know, wrote it off with their taxes and then sold the debt. There's your trigger word. Sold the debt. Okay. All right. So I met with an attorney. The attorney number 1 I didn't really care for. And it's interesting because he spoke to me like I was the bad guy. And here I am there trying to figure out, am I going to hire this man to defend my case? And absolutely not, because this guy would probably string me up. And I thought that was interesting. But he gave me no information. I went to the second attorney, who happened to be a former judge. And he read what I was going to answer. And then he said, well, this is what you're right. And he sat down and he wrote this, and it was deny and hold the court to strict proof. Now, they are suing me. It is their job to prove that that debt belongs to me, and that they truly are the owners of that debt. Okay, so I took what he wrote down in pen, and I typed it up. I highlighted a lot of things here. This is like an educational video. We're at 8 minutes, and I don't know how long YouTube videos need to go, but I want to go through this with you for the public, because these cases go on all the time. Yes, lots of great information out there. Yes, but I'm in Arkansas, and when you look up portfolio recovery lawsuits, or whatever you want to call it, debt collections for Arkansas, you don't get nothing. It's like, I mean, Alabama, yeah. What is it, Arizona, and maybe Pennsylvania, they're out there, but not for Arkansas. And Arkansas law is different. And I literally went by Alabama law. There is a man on YouTube who does Alabama law, and he is so respectful, and his videos were so easy to understand, I guess. And I just took that and went with it, because I thought probably these laws are pretty much universal in the United States. And how close, I mean, Alabama is pretty close to Arkansas, so I just went with it. And that's all I had to go on, is his videos, and I just put that to my case. And you know, I know that the important thing is to answer this suit so that you are not defaulted. That way you are not getting your wages garnished, and you have a chance to win this thing. So I'm going to stop this right now, and then start another video for video 2, and keep talking about this case. Alright, I'm going to stop now.